Hello, everybody. Believe it or not, we are finishing your first semester of high school next week. Today, I want to talk to you about a few things that might help you finish strong, some strategies, some tips, things you could do to help yourself between now and the end of the semester to finish strong. In order for you to make a plan that is going to help you do well in the last week that we have here, you need to know where you stand. What does that mean? Have you been consistently checking Skyward? If not, this is a really good time to make sure you're doing that. If you don't understand something in Skyward, then it's important that you talk to your teachers and clarify if you have any questions. Maybe there was an assignment you turned in that you see missing in Skyward, things like that. Knowing where you stand is going to help you make a plan. Are you missing any work that you did not turn in but your teachers are still willing to take? Do you need to make an appointment on next Thursday, the 18th? That day is makeup day. Is there something that you can still do that your teacher is willing to work with you on for January 18th? So next Thursday, if there's something you need to do, it's important that you talk to your teacher and you let them know when you're coming and what you need to do so that you can prepare for it. I often talk to students who say, or teachers who tell me that they allow students to do retakes or make corrections, and students do not take the opportunity to do so. So if that's something that you feel you can do and you have teachers that are still willing to let you do that, make sure you are asking about those. Once you know where you stand with each class, it is important to stay organized so that you can accomplish all the things that you need to accomplish. So if you answer yes to any of the questions from the previous slide, then you need to make a list, prioritize that list, what is most important, what is something that I really need to do. When you do to-do list, it's important that you say, I'm going to assign a time and a place to complete it, because just having a to-do list doesn't get you organized. It's the first step towards it, but then you also need to make sure that you say, I'm going to finish this next Thursday with Mrs. So-and-so this time. Okay, if you have something that is very large that you're feeling overwhelmed about, you could break that down into smaller tasks so that you don't feel completely overwhelmed about everything that you need to do. Something else that is important is learning what is a productive learning environment for you. This could be different for different people, but for example, if you are somebody who's in guided study and it's very loud and your friends are there, it's just not a very productive place for you to learn. Maybe you need to spend some time in the library during your guided study, or a resource room, or make an appointment with a teacher. At home, we often go to where we feel more comfortable, and that is not always the most productive place to learn. So if you're somebody that, goes to your bedroom and maybe your PlayStation is there, or, you tend to get on the phone and talk to your friends or chat with your friends, make sure that you set up a different place in the house where it's more conducive to your learning and to you getting things done. So this is very different from different people. So you really got to be very honest with yourself and say, I know it's more fun to go to guided study, or I know it's more fun to be playing video games, but for this last week where I want to finish strong, I'm going to choose a place where I know I can learn best. Motivation and effort are always key to making sure that you're meeting your goals. So whatever you put in the to-do list of things that you are making a goal to make sure that you complete before the end of the semester, remember what you're working towards. Yes, it may be a week where you're just not having as much fun as you usually do, but you're working towards making sure that you gain all the credits that you need this semester. So you need to focus on that. Focus on the finish line. Hey, next week, you're actually going to have a short week. You want to get everything done so you can enjoy the time that you're going to have off. Visualizing yourself accomplishing a goal is a very effective strategy. See yourself doing it. See yourself finishing it. Feel what it would feel like to know that you have accomplished that goal, that you have finished, that you're going to earn that credit. Find something that is rewarding to yourself and say, if I accomplish this, I'm going to give myself this. If I work for 2 hours straight, I'm going to give a half an hour of video games, or I'm going to get myself something I really wanted. So rewarding yourself as you complete your items is a really good idea. Remind yourself why you're doing this and why it's so beneficial. Remember that when you earn all your credits in 9th grade, it just opens up a whole lot of opportunities for you in the future. Maybe you want to do youth co-op, youth apprenticeship. Maybe you want to do college courses. There's a lot of things that are going to be beneficial if you work now and get the credits that you need. Also, take a moment to think about your attitude. Sometimes we don't think about like our attitude and our negative self-talk because it's a very common thing to just automatically say to ourselves, I can't do this. This is too much. I'm dumb. This is too hard. Those are all negative things, negative talk that you are like the person that lives in your head that is always saying negative things to you, and you're not even aware of it unless you make an very obvious effort to make sure that you stop that negative talk and then turn it into something positive. Adjusting your attitude and focusing on the end goal makes a huge difference. So you know that when you get all your credits, you're going to feel so good. So you got to make sure that you are thinking about those things. If you say to yourself, this is too hard, replace that talk with, I can do this. Okay, I can do this because I want to be able to do this and that in the future. And don't be too hard on yourself. That's not constructive. So saying bad things about yourself is not very constructive. Instead, like, be your own cheerleader and say to yourself, I can accomplish this. During times when you are really under pressure and you're finishing this semester strong and you want to make sure you get everything done that you need to take care of, don't forget to take care of yourself as well. That means you need to be eating nutritious foods. I say improve your sleep schedule because I know that many teenagers do not even think about the importance of sleep. So whatever it is, just remember that it is important for you to make yourself aware of how you're sleeping, when you're sleeping, and making sure that it's a healthy sleep pattern. If you can get to exercise, that's wonderful. It does wonderful things for you, not only physically, but mentally as well. And limit your social media. Social media, we know a lot of data shows that it can be very negative. We just always think somebody else is doing something so much better than us and somebody else's life is better than us. So limit the amount of time that you spend in social media because it'll help with your negative self-talk. I just want to give you a few important reminders. When your counselors talk to you guys about what you needed to graduate, they talked about a lot of different things like graduation requirements, how many credits, things like that. These are important things to remind yourself. This is hopefully it is a motivational thing so that you can think about like, I need to do this so that I can do this in the future. So remember that to stay on track for graduation, you need to be earning 3 credits each semester. So each one of your classes is half a credit. If you have 6 classes and you pass them, you'll be on track. Eventually, you will need to have 23 credits to graduate. And if you don't pass your classes towards graduation, you will have to repeat them or go to summer school. So for example, if you are not doing well in biology and English, in world history, those are all required classes. So you will need to either go to summer school or repeat them next year. Now, summer school is only the equivalent of 2 semesters. So all you can make up in summer school is a credit. If you don't pass your more than that, you end up having to be in freshman classes next year when you're a sophomore. And I know that's something you don't want to do. So that's another motivational thing that you can think about. You're starting your CUME GPA and transcript. At the end of the semester, you're going to have the first copy of your first transcript. And once your grades go on your transcript, they cannot be changed. So whatever you can do in this last week to finish strong is going to help you improve your GPA and your transcript. So good luck to everybody. Performance has a lot to do with effort and motivation. So try to get yourself motivated, put some effort here, and hopefully you will be able to do great and your first transcript will be fantastic.